Hey everyone, just wanted to do an update video to alert y'all to some stuff going on and all that jazz. Talk about upcoming projects and all that. Background footage is Pocky and Rocky on the Super Nintendo, for those that don't recognize it. This is a real good game. I played this like absolute trash though because I realized I didn't need to put much effort in for this particular video. So the main topic of today is video backlogs. Now, for those that don't know, I've been doing this for a while, close on 13 years at this point. And even during breaks, especially early on, I was often still recording and getting videos made. But the way I did things back when was a lot faster in terms of the turnaround versus now, and thus, for reasons I'll get into in a few moments, videos just take a lot longer for me to make now. I've talked about it before on the channel, but even more recently, the way I've been doing LPs is that I would first record 3 of them, then edit those 3, then do the next 3, and that still is happening. But that also means that I'm probably doing less editing between them as I'm waiting to have 3 ready to go. In the case it's like a 1 or 2-parter, then I can do another 2-parter and then something like that. The unfortunate thing is, because of this though, I also do have LPs that are technically finished on the editing side, but commentary hasn't been done, namely in 2 co-commentary LPs I have in the process. One's most of the way done, just gotta get the person together for that, but the other one is a longer LP as it is, and I might talk to the person I was with about restarting that one because that LP technically was started 2 years ago, and information in it is now very outdated, especially in terms of games we talk about looking forward to. To put it into perspective, let's talk about the video that came out yesterday, the Castlevania The Adventure one-off. That one-off video, all of its footage was recorded on June 13th. Editing phase 1, which is bass laydown and commentary, was done between the 22nd of the same month and probably the 23rd, if I had to guess in case I got distracted or had other things happen on that specific day. The final video, according to my files, was completed on August 11th, which is the second pass of editing, which is where I put it into After Effects, put in the backgrounds and all that, and do the on-screen text to correct anything I talk about in there or add extra information in case I find any. That is sometimes also more or less time between editing phase 1 or 2, depending on the size of the LP, or in the case I need to get more stuff done, like say if I have to make the custom graphics for the background and all that, which the general rule of thumb I have for that is if the LP is longer than 5 parts long. And then it was uploaded on the 25th, and so that's over, what, a month and a half to get that one video technically done and up? Albeit, that was also the 3rd out of a phase of 3 LPs, so the footage for that was recorded alongside some of parts of Sonic Adventure, probably, and then it just took me a while to edit that LP in specific. Why does it take me so long now? Well, let's talk about the exacts of that. For one thing, and I haven't talked about this outright on the channel, the last time I did an update video I said I got a job there. I didn't last in that specific job, but I've gotten a new one in the past couple of months, and as opposed to my prior 2 positions, this is a full-time one, so I'm there every day of the week. Thus, my time is lesser for that alone. But also, for those that don't know, I graduated college for graphic design, and because of that, I end up doing some freelance work in that regard here and again that also will take away from my time, often for friends or clients that friends will find for me, effectively friends of friends at that point. So that takes away from time as well, but the big thing is, as I brought up in a couple of other videos on the update side or in main LPs, I stream very regularly. Roughly 4-hour sessions, at this point currently 5 days a week, which that's a lot of time that eats away from the time I could do LPs in. You can find that over at twitch.tv/themturk217. We recently finished off Ys 9, probably going to be doing the Live Alive remake relatively soon, alongside a whole backlog of other PS4 and Switch games that I'm staring at right now. Ultimately, that probably does sound like I got a lot going on, and it's because I technically do. But I know a lot of people would take this opportunity to probably say, hey, I'm done doing this, I'm going to move on to this entirely. I don't want to do that because these separate creative venues matter a lot to me in different ways that allow me to have a break from each other in a way that keeps me interested in all of them, even with the pains in the asses that each of these things have going on for them in their own unique ways. The big thing is, videos are going to happen still, but in some cases there might be more of a gap between the bursts of 3 LPs. I suppose theoretically I could just reduce my stream hours again and focus more on LPs, more of as a 50-50 thing rather than like a 60-40, 70-30 kind of deal, but I'll think about that as we go, because I'm not feeling burnt out, but I definitely feel some stress when it comes to keeping a backlog up, and I think that's the big thing I need to just cut out, is doing massive backlogs. Additionally, in the case that, say, I'm doing a burst of 3 LPs, but one of the LPs is severely longer than the others, that LP might start going up while it's being edited. Which, hey, in the case that I actually, say, make a mistake early on, someone in the comments correct something, that means, hey, I can actually talk about that in the LP itself rather than having to pin a comment or things like that. Just to talk about upcoming videos, though, I do have the next batch of 3 LPs recorded, just not edited and commentated over yet. The next 3 are going to be Final Fight CD, The Adventures of Batman and Robin on the Super Nintendo, as well as Ys 2 to follow up on the Ys 1 LP I did, I believe, earlier this year, late last year, somewhere in that. And I have on my physical LP list here that I've had going on since the Willow LP years back. I got another, like, 3, 6... That's probably at least like 12 LPs written down with spaces for more between them, because I try to parse out when I'm going to do certain games in what order, just to kind of pace myself in a way. Should an LP gap happen and you want to hear my annoying voice talk about video games still, though, again, follow me over at twitch.tv/themturk217. Again, roughly 5 days a week for 4 hours. The hours of which sort of vary. It's usually between, say, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m., but which 4 hours it is within that gap depends on the day, what's going on in my own life, and all that jazz. Hell, something I've done a couple times, i.e. the Mighty No. 9 LPs, and something I want to do more of is actually use my streams to record footage for the LPs, because that allows me to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so you might get some sneak peeks of upcoming things in that regard, honestly. And that's kind of important, because largely I don't really save my stream VODs, as most of the games I'll play on that are ones I might talk about again later on in an LP in my eyes, so having 2 of those up at once is not usually something I like to do. The only time I really save VODs, I think I've talked about this on another update video, is if it's a game that largely benefits from the live first run like that. Like the Ace Attorney games were that, I've had the Ghost Trick VODs ready to go forever, I just have not actually done stuff with them. So if it's a game like that, like if I ever do Danganronpa, it's gonna be a live stream format type deal. Now, once I finish this, I'm going to plug away to try and get some more editing done on another LP. But for the rest of this week, this is the only video for today, we're going to be getting some stuff I've meant to get up for a while now going. Namely, tomorrow's going to be a very short, like 3-minute long edited highlight of one of my streams, namely when I streamed that more recent Nintendo Direct where they had the Prime 4 thing finally show up, and it's going to be my reactions to that edited down. Thursday's kind of a special one, and that's sort of my look at Megaman X DiVE, as the global server, which is the Latin American, North American, European servers, shut down about a month ago at this point, maybe a month and a half. And the day before it shut down, I recorded my dailies, so it's about a half an hour of me just chatting while playing the game, talking about it, what it was like and all that. Sort of just reminiscing on playing it. It's a half-hour raw footage, but I'm probably going to edit it down to be a little shorter than that, especially because the game crashed in some cases. Meanwhile, I'm going to try to have this done for Friday, but it might be Saturday and Sunday instead. The next Mega Man Battle Network 3 video is edited, at the least. It's not commentated over or done the second pass, but the footage is ready to go. Sorry that in specific has also taken so long, but the Battle Network LPs, especially in the post-game eras for them, take a while to get done because it's effectively several hours of footage being edited down to 1 in such a way that it takes a while to get done. But that's about all I had to talk about here today. I want to thank y'all for listening. Hope you understand what's going on in my life and why things might take a while in some cases. I love doing this. I love chatting with y'all in the comments and all that jazz. It's just that with what I have going on at the moment, there's a lot that needs to get done in certain orders, and sometimes other things get sacrificed for that. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great night. Take care, and hope you enjoy the Metroid Prime 4 reaction thing tomorrow. See you guys then.